Hey everybody, Mr. Wozni here, and just want to walk you through the process of locating images for schoolwork that is available to you on a legal basis. So one of the things that we have an obligation to do is use resources that are licensed for us, that we're not violating copyright or the intellectual property of others. So when you need to find images to use in schoolwork, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can use Google Images. So if you go to Google and type Google Images, and let's say I want to find a picture of something. So you can see here, this is, oh wow, look at all these pictures, I can just take one. Well, part of the problem is that a lot of these images are actually under copyright and they belong to people and they own them, and that we're not supposed to use them. So Google doesn't discriminate between what's legal and what's not legal. They just say, here are pictures. So in order to specify images that are good for us to use, we're going to click the search tools. I'll blow this up a little bit. So you click the search tools, and then you'll notice that these other things come up. So there's two things that we want to click. We want to click the usage rights tab, and it depends on what you want to do. For students in a class like CMT 11, where we're going to edit the photo once we get it, we need to select this option labeled for non-commercial reuse with modification. Non-commercial means we're not a business, so we're not trying to sell what we make with this. And modification means that we're going to download it because we're going to work with it. On the other hand, if we just want to download a picture and use it for like a presentation, a Prezi, or a PowerPoint, or a book talk or something, we just want to be able to label it for reuse. So I'm going to pick this one because I'm looking for an image that I might use in a Photoshop project. And the other thing that I'm going to encourage you to do is to specify the size of the image. Now, if you look here, when you hover over a window, it's here, you're going to see that Google tells you the screen or the resolution of the image. And a lot of these images are kind of small to middle quality. And if you're going to edit photos, if you're going to use them as elements of like a Photoshop document or something like that, using really low quality photos tends to result in poor quality work. So I want to filter this. So I'm going to click size, larger than, and the minimum setting that I would ever want to use if I'm using Photoshop is 1024 by 768. So that's 1 megapixel. And just for point of reference, those of you with iPhones and Android-based smartphones, your camera typically, the lowest resolution that your camera takes photos is 5 megapixels. So this is way less quality than what you would take with your phone. So I'm going to pick this one just to be sure. And you can see here that I've got a whole bunch of images that I might potentially pick from. So let's see, I want to use this one right here. I'm going to go a little further. I like this one. So you can see a lot of these photos come out are actually on another website, and I'm going to show you that one in a second. Okay. Let's go back here. I'm going to use this image. Okay, and you'll notice it's really, really big. I'm going to click View Image, and you can see how big it is because, in fact, it actually takes up a huge swath of the screen. That's how big it is. And if I click the magnification factor, it's really, really big in its original form. That's great for me because it means I have a really high quality product, and I can save this image as and tell it where I want this picture to go. I can put it in a folder for CMT. Okay, and I can rename the file too. So open novel, save. One of the things I'm required to do when I use pictures like this is that I need to give credit to this photo. So I'm going to copy this link, or actually the best thing to do is to go back here, and I can visit the page where the image lives. And on this page it will tell me who took the photo. So one of the things I can do is I can give credit to this person. And let's go to Microsoft Word. And this is the name of the person who took the photo. And this is the web address of the photo. So when I put this photo up, one of the things, especially if I put it on my portfolio website in CMT, I can just add this as a caption so the information about the photo shows up on the page that I display it on. So that's great. That's that. The other thing that I can do is I can use a different website. So you'll notice that we're at this website called Flickr. So I used Google Images and ended up on Flickr, but I want to show you what Flickr looks like. So flickr.com, Flickr.com, is a photo sharing website where people upload their own photography. So some of the people that post photos here are just hobbyists. Some people are sort of semi-pro or people for whom photography is a passion. And some people that upload photos to Flickr are actually pros. And you can search for this too. So I'm going to type novel, spell it right. And Flickr is going to return a whole bunch of results too. Now, what I want to do is I want to click on the advanced search button here. Because right now, a lot of these images, if I click on them, will actually be under copyright, which means that they belong to somebody and they don't want them used at all unless you have their express written permission. So by clicking off these boxes, Creative Commons license means people agree to let other people have certain rights or use of their images as long as we give credit. And we want to find content that we can modify because we're going to edit this photo. So same search term, and here we go. Here's a whole bunch of other pictures I could potentially use for my project. And it's fetching. But let's say I find one that I like. Let's say that I want to use this photo right here. So when I click on this photo, one of the things I want to show you here is that, again, this is the person who created this photo, and I can copy the link where their photo was taken. And then over here, you'll notice on the screen there's this little download icon. If you click it, you'll see that you can download this image in a variety of sizes. So again, the smallest one I would want to download is the large, but I can also download the original, the full-size shot, and I can do that. And then you can see that I just downloaded it. It went to my downloads folder here, and now it's open in preview. So in preview, I can adjust where this goes. And I'm going to put this in my Photoshop folder. And I'm going to put open novel so I know what it's called. Nope, cancel. Let's try a different name. It's called novel with pen. Okay. So now it's in the folder, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to copy the name of the writer, or the photographer, I should say. And I'm going to go back and copy the URL. So there we go. So now I have been able to find two images that I have the permission of the creator to download and to actually edit and make changes to. And the only obligation I have, I don't owe them any money. They just ask that I give credit to them when I post my work. So if I was going to put this in a presentation, I can put their name and the URL where I found it here. If I'm posting this to my portfolio website, I can just add the information as a caption to the photograph when I edit that. Okay, so just a couple of easy, straightforward ways to find images that are legal and acceptable for us to use for academic purposes. So thanks for listening, and happy photo hunting.